County Legislative Body to order. Clerk will call the roll.
Dusty Jordan.
Here.
Ron Mayberry.
Here.
Wally McNair.
Here.
Carla Moore.
Here.
Ricky Murray.
Here.
Steve Nash.
Here.
Devin Tippett.
Here.
Matthew Barnham.
Here.
Charles Caldecott.
Here.
Clay Chester.
Here.
Danny Clark.
Here.
Todd Collins.
Here.
Wayne Thompson.
Stevie in office. Stevie in office is at the top of it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Here.
Then I'll-
Here.
All right, so 13 present, 1 absent.
13 present, 1 absent. We have a quorum. If you'll all rise, we're going to have our prayer and pledge. Commissioner Caldecott will open it with prayer, and Commissioner Chester will have the pledge. Thanks.
Let's pray. Lord, thank you for today. Lord, thank you for your provisions. Thank you for the freedom that we have. Lord, I ask that you be with us, guide us in all things that we do tonight. Lord, we conduct the county's business, Lord, that we have pure hearts, Lord. And Lord, we thank you for your greatest gift of salvation, Lord, your son's name we pray. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's a sign-up sheet. If anybody wants to speak in the public comment period, if you'll sign that on the banister behind Commissioner Caldecott. The next item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Chair will entertain a motion to approve. Motion by Commissioner Barnhill, second by Commissioner Mayberry. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? This leads us to the public comment period. There are 3 names who have signed up for the public comment period. The first person, Ms. Frankie Ward. Ms. Frankie.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hopefully everyone is doing well. Good to see all of you. I just want to have a few words to say to this commission. And I have written it, and I hope that I can stay within what I have written.
We're gonna let you say anything you want.
Thank you. You know, I feel like I should be sitting over there about where Mr. Hickman. Okay. I want to say good evening to all of you, and those of you that don't know me, I'm Frankie Ward. I used to be a commissioner in this district. And I'm here tonight in reference to the school board election in District 2. The tie between Mr. Ronald Gammons and Ms. Piper Taylor. In the Tennessee Code 2-8-111, which was decided in 2023, tie votes are to be, it says the county legislative body may cast a deciding vote for officers still by the voters. So that's what I'm here for tonight, because you all are here to decide who is going to get this seat in the 2nd district. I know that, there are 2 districts. This is in District 2, and the tie that took place, but I'm a citizen and registered voter of this county, I'm a former commissioner, although I'm not a part of District 2. But I stand before you tonight to give you food for thought. As I said, I served on this board for 16 years, and I served with many of you. I think it's about 8 of you are still on this board that I served with when I retired in 2018. And I'm not here to talk about what Mr. Gammons has done, what the gossip that you hear or anything like that. But I feel like this, that if I was sitting in your seat tonight, I would think a comrade of mine and someone else running, and the tie was, it was a tie, it was neck and neck. It was just like a horse race, it was neck and neck. And I would think about the fact that, Mr. Gammon was a comrade of yours for about as long as I was, or maybe longer. And, you would want to do for him what you could. But we also have Miss Taylor, who she's capable of doing the job. And the people spoke in a way. They didn't decide who was gonna be who, but they did speak. Even though there may be about 2,000 people in that district that could vote, only 270 something came out to vote. And of those that voted, Ms. Taylor got 98, Mr. Gammons got 98, and Mr. Gilbert got 83. So, what I would like for you to do, I want you to really think about this before you make a decision. You know, and when you make your decision, I want you to think about if you were in their shoes, how you would feel. So I am suggesting tonight that you put this back into the hands of the voters and let them decide rather than you make a decision. It won't put you in an awkward position either if you decide to do that. If you decide not to do that, I'm gonna also give you my side. If you decide not to put it back in the hands of the voters tonight, I would like for you to vote for Mrs. Piper Taylor. Mrs. Taylor has born and raised here in Hickman County. Her mother was an educator at East till she retired. I've known Miss Taylor since she was born. Her mother and I were good friends. We went to college together. And Miss Taylor, she's graduated MTSU, has a master's degree in administration. She works at Vanderbilt in insurance management. And tonight, you know, I just think 5 years that she worked in the Hickman County schools. Nobody didn't know that probably, but she worked in the Hickman County schools. She worked out at East as an interim teacher in English in the middle school. So she knows about what goes on, and she had a son who graduated there, and she still goes out there and works at that school and any school in the east end of the county to help see what can be going on, whatever is going on. She's there to help the teachers, and I think that she is the person that you should go for tonight. But if you don't, put it back in the hands of the people. And I want to say that I love all of you, and I'm hoping that you'll do the right thing. You know, the song says, do the right thing, do the right thing. And put Mr. Taylor in office. Thank you.
The next name is Mr. Ronald Gammons.
Thank you, Ms. Franklin. What Ms. Franklin said is true. Piper is a good person, but here you go. It's a tie vote, if you want to look at it that way, 98-98. I believe that you should send it back to the people since you had that opportunity. It's not like it was 5 months ago. It's opportunity now to be added to the voting list and done. Once I was a member, not quite as long as Frankie said there, but I was on this commission for 6 years. I took, when I was elected, there was another person in front of me that was put in this place as county commissioner for 2 months, I believe it was. And then I got elected for a 6-year, a 2-year, and a 4-year term. So I've been there. I've also got experience. I worked with Piper when I first started working out at East. And I hated to see her go out there as a teacher. And I've got experience. I got a background in the school system. I'm also a lifelong resident of this county, born and raised here. Lived a lot down in Coble. My mom and dad lived right here in Centerville, and, so I also know the school system from having kids in the system, from working. I know where some of the, skeletons, as I tell them on the board, where some of the skeletons are in the school system. So, yeah, I can go back and give you the experience. I've got, taught science, I taught in-school suspension. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you can hear that or not. But, I taught, alternative school in, Murray County. And so I've got the experience there, I've been on the board as the chairman, but I appreciate it if you send it back and let the people decide. I told David Shepherd one time, when the vote was taken away from us, to elect the director of schools, he said, well, that's what y'all wanted. Well, here's my philosophy, and has been for 30, 40 years, especially being in the military and seeing things that go on. Anytime you take the vote away from the people, you are one step closer to communism. That's just my philosophy on it. So always, whenever you get a chance, give it back to the people to vote on something. Even said that when I was here on this, county commission. Don't wanna make it long, but, I'm kind of with Mr. Ranky, send it back to the people. Thank you very much, gentlemen, ladies.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. The next, person is Ms. Taylor.
Well, I don't need to introduce myself because Miss Frankie has already done that. My name is Piper Gibson Taylor. I live in the East End. I have lived there for many years, graduated from high school here in Centerville, played ball here. Whatever you all decide, I'm ready for it. Whatever you all decide. I was born for this, I'm built for this, and whatever, again, that you all decide. And again, yes, I did work in the school system. I taught English, coached basketball, was on the annual staff. My son played ball at East. He graduated from East and has friends on both ends of the county. It's time for the foolishness to be over. We need to bring these ends together. The best time in this county was when East boys and Centerville boys made it as far as they did in basketball. Everybody came together. People took off work, not just from Centerville, but from East as well. That was a great time because it felt like unity. Unity, and that's what this system and these kids and these teachers need. They need unity. Somebody to stand up for them. Somebody to talk for them. And I'm still working with these kids in school. At the high school, I've been to the middle school football games, been to the high school volleyball, high school football, basketball, all of it, and I'm still there. And my son graduated in 2019. So it's the person that you all think is gonna be best for the kids and for the teachers. They need a voice. They need someone to stand up for them. My love for this county and for this school system and these kids is unwavering. I mean, I had one child, but I consider them all my children, because that's what they need. Like my mama always said, it takes a village. It takes a village, and I appreciate the village being around when my son is coming up. So again, whatever you all decide, I'm ready, I'm preparing, and I know you all been put in a difficult situation. My mom will probably be proud that I made history. But I appreciate you giving me the time to speak, and it's gonna be whoever's best to make decisions for the school system. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. The next item will be the adoption of the minutes from the July 22nd meeting. Chair will entertain a motion to approve. Motion by Commissioner Giannakis, second by Commissioner Ellicott. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? The minutes are adopted. The chair is unaware of any special recognitions, memorials, or commendations. Anything need to be brought forward? Elections, appointments, and confirmations. We have 7 names for notaries. Excuse me, I apologize. Gotta help myself. I don't know of any other elections besides the school board that needs to be brought forward. Okay. So I sent everybody a letter. first decision we have to make is whether to appoint or to send this back to the folks in the form of a ballot. And based on how that vote occurs, then we'll have another vote. It does not require somebody to make a motion or a second, because it's just the law for it. So that's our first decision, is whether to make an appointment or to send this back to the ballot. And Commissioner Collins.
Thank you, Chair, and fellow commissioners. As you're all aware, the recent election for the second district school board seat resulted in a tie between Mr. Ronald Gammons and Mr. Michael Taylor. According to state law, the responsibility to resolve this tie rests in the county legislative body, which I will refer to as the CLB or CLB. I've received numerous requests from constituents since August the 7th urging that the CLB appoint a school board member for the second district. The tie, or given the tie, Commissioner Danny Clark and I believe that proceeding with a roll call vote to resolve this tie is the best interest of the community, of our community, and aligns with the guidance provided by the Attorney General of Tennessee in opinion number 12-63 issued on June 7th of 2012. As outlined by Commissioner Nash, we must first decide whether to appoint a winner from the tied candidates or to send this decision back to the voters in the November 5th general election. I support making an appointment now to ensure our school board is fully staffed and functioning effectively. Therefore, I move that we hold a roll call vote today to decide whether to appoint a new school board member for District 2. If the majority of commissioners choose to appoint, we should then proceed with a roll call vote to select between Mr. Gammons and Ms. Taylor. I encourage my fellow commissioners to support this approach for the stability and continued continuity of our school board. That is my motion, my suggestion.
Commissioner Clark, you're the other commissioner in the second district. You can go back.
Well, I agree with everything that Todd said. The 3 months, I would like to break this tie tonight and have a full complement on the school board, not one that's there interim for 3 months to be unknown, so they can get to business. Yeah, I guess we need to have that vote.
Does anyone else need to speak to this matter? Commissioner Jordan.
I think two of the ones that spoke, and I think Ms. Taylor made it good, to appoint tonight would be to disenfranchise the voters in the second district. I know you two represent that district in the legislative body, and normally we kind of agree with the commissioners from that district for the vacancy. This is a tie, it's never happened in this county. I do believe that, I think whoever said that this, when you start disenfranchising voters, it leads to communism, socialism, or Marxism, whatever ism you want to call it. And I think that if we appoint one or the other, then we're not being fair to the voters of that district. There's 13 of us here, only 2 have any are elected from that district. The rest of us have no say on that. So I would vote for a ballot. If we have a vote for either candidate, then I will abstain, because I don't want to take the vote away from the people that live in the second district. Thank you.
Commissioner Keenan.
I think I'm the only one that's on this commission that has served on the school board. I know both Ms. Taylor and I know Ron. You know, everyone that's sitting here tonight was elected by the people that we represent in our district. We should not be electing the school board member for a district of whom we do not represent in the current position we're in. I understand what the law says, but there is an ample opportunity to put it back on the ballot. There's no cost to putting it back on the ballot. By putting it on the ballot is a testimony of our democracy, elected by the people, for the people, and I feel like that's the right choice. I too will be abstaining if there isn't a, election to appoint. I feel like I am not going to cast a vote for people that are not in my district.
Does anyone else desire to speak to this? Commissioner Henry?
As well, I agree with Mr. Jordan and Augustus. The most undemocratic thing that can happen is Mr. McNair, who doesn't know either one of these fine people, to try to decide which one of them should serve on the board, and that's up to the voters. Me, we don't appoint winners, we vote on them. So I would be abstaining if we decide to try to select one.
Any other comments? Commissioner Collins?
If we look back at what we've done previously, the state law is clear about how this goes. Any other time, there is an elected official who cannot proceed for any reason, carry out their time, this body never, ever has a problem appointing. That has always been the way it has been. It's been looked at as from the two that's in that district, to speak to the constituents that we have, to do our due diligence, to choose a replacement. That is what we have done previously. That's where we are tonight. I don't agree with taking away the right of someone to vote. This is the process that's been handed down to us that falls in our lap tonight to do this. And that's the reason Mark and I have made this decision to do this. That's been the rule of the court for a long time. That's been the process we've all followed up to this point. And I have one question to go along with that. I'm not sure who here can answer that. If this goes to a vote November the 5th, will the party of choice for that candidate be listed on the ballot? Republican, Democrat, or Independent?
Commissioner Jordan, is your
Our election commissioners are in the audience, right? They will be listed independent, each one.
There will not be.
They will not be listed by party, because the Republican Party did not call a caucus party if we have a primary.
Commissioner?
In response to Mr. Collins, in the past, we fulfilled vacancies. This is a time, that law you cited a while ago also gives us another option, and that is to send it to a ballot, either by special election or with an upcoming election, which is November 2nd, or the November 5th election is the next election. What, 3 months you said? So, you know, we're advocating, we're not allowing the other option. You didn't allow for the other option. You just said the one about appointing. We can appoint, sure we can, but the state gave us another option, and that is to send it to a ballot. And that's why election commissioners are here tonight to see what we're gonna do, because they've gotta have it quick to get it on the ballot. So I still stand by what I had said earlier.
Commissioner Moore?
So thank you for all the clarity up to now. I think I'd be remiss if I didn't, take a moment to acknowledge the 279 people who did show up that day. 14 days to get to the polls to vote. 2,000 people did not. And so now we're looking at 12% of people who have made a decision, tried to make a decision for their district. So we have 98 votes for Piper. We have 83 votes for Mr. Gilbert. That's 181 votes that were cast not for the incumbent. So for me, it speaks, perhaps they want something different. So from my perspective, or my point of view, people have had a chance to vote. People did vote, and let their voice be heard. And those 279 got up within 2 weeks, put some shoes on, some clothes, and got hair done, and went to a nearest poll near them. So I wanna be careful that we don't diminish the 279 who did show up. By making it seem like, let the people speak, let the people, they did, 279 did. So I just wanna make that point. They're not marginalized, in this conversation.
Any other comments? There'll be a roll call vote. I'm sorry, Commissioner Thomas.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I was on the school board for 17 years in a row. And, well, not in a row, but I was on the school board for 17 years. And whenever I complete this term, I was in the county court for 17 years. And I got 3 emails from people that supported Mr. Piper Taylor. One of them voted to have an election. But, and I also got a letter, an anonymous letter from somebody that stated Mr. Gammons had done all sorts of things, which I know for a fact, and I was chairman of the school board for 7 years. I know for a fact that the only 2 things that the school board is to do is to make policy and hire their director. That's it. That is all. And they're not to show up at the school, they're not to do anything. But that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Tracy, let the record reflect that Commissioner Thomas voted. There's gonna be a roll call vote. The commissioners will voice their desire by saying appoint or ballot. Any questions? Roll call vote.
Danny Clark,
Appoint.
Todd Collins,
Appoint.
Wayne Thompson,
Appoint.
Steve Chambers,
Ballot.
Dusty Jordan,
Ballot.
Ron Mayberry,
Ballot.
Ronald McNair,
Ballot.
Carl Moore,
Point,
Ricky Murray,
Ballot.
Keith Nash,
Appoint.
Devin Pickard,
Ballot.
Matthew Barnhill,
Appoint.
Paul Calvin,
Ballot.
Clay Chester,
Appoint.
Does any commissioner wish to change his vote? As some of you may have ascertained, we were counting there, that's a 7-7. Which means it doesn't, neither prevails in this particular situation. There's a lot of things I thought about. This was not one of them. So, if we stand right here, we are at a stalemate. There is no, victory in this particular motion. I say all that, but we have not read the final vote. Does any commission wish to change his or her vote? Tracy, please change my vote to ballot.
ballot.
Would you read the votes? 7 for a point, excuse me, 6 for a point and 8 for ballot, is that correct? That leads us to resolution 24-21, which should be in part of your packet.
packages that he had, and one of those certifications. I know there's like 3 of them.
It's the third page,
Top, second.
it's not down the rest of the resolution.
Yes, it's always the one that's not on there.
Since the county commission desired for this to go to the ballot, it would require a resolution to request that this be added to the election for November the 5th. Resolution 2421 does that. Resolution 2421 is requesting the Hickman County Election Commission conduct a runoff election. The sponsors of that resolution are Commissioner Collins and Commissioner Clark. Do either of you wish to speak to this matter?
I do. I would like to, remove my name from that, and I will be voting against this.
Say it one more
I'd
time.
like to remove my name as a sponsor, and I will be voting no.
Does any other commissioner wish to come on? Commissioner Giannakis. Any discussions on resolution 2421? Seeing none, I'll call vote. Yes, sir.
Steve Denarcock,
Yes.
Dusty Jordan,
Yeah.
Ron Mayor,
Yes.
Wally McMahon,
Yes.
Carla Moore,
No.
Ricky Murray,
Yes.
Keith Nash,
Yes.
Devin Pickard,
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill,
Yes.
Ron Calabatte,
Yes.
Clay Chester,
No.
Danny Clark,
Yes.
Todd Collins,
No.
Tracy, I don't think you called Commissioner Collins this time.
And I vote no.
oh, I didn't want to. Ten yes, 4 no.
10 yes, 4 no, resolution 2421 is approved. Other appointments and confirmations, we have 7 names for notaries. Jamie Crumpler, Tammy Duggar, Carl Grimes, Brittany Amber Kelly, Lori M. O'Gwen, Susan A. White, and Connie Wilson. Those are the names that are being put forth as notaries in the county. A motion approved. Motion approved by Commissioner Giannakis, second by Commissioner Barnhill. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Steve Denarcock,
Yes.
Dusty Jordan,
Yeah.
Ron Mayor,
Yes.
Wally McMahon,
Yes.
Carla Moore,
Yes.
Ricky Murray,
Yes.
Keith Nash,
Yes.
Devin Pickard,
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill,
Yes.
Ron Calabatte,
Yes.
Clay Chester,
Yes.
Danny Clark,
Yes.
Todd Collins,
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
14 yes.
Are there any appointments or confirmations? I don't have anything that I'm aware of. I don't think there's any quarterly or special reports. Next item would be communication from the county mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just want to give you guys an update on the Mill Creek situation down at the ballpark. I spoke with T-Dec on having it repaired. There's some more information yet to come, and I will cover that in the properties meeting the first Monday. we met a couple weeks ago over the animal shelter. Everything's moving along fine. There was some questions as to where the utilities were on the premises, so I'm in the process of looking at that aspect of that as well. Our tornado sirens, as you know, half of them were working. We now have B&E Electronics going out this week to start working on them to get them back into working order, the half that do not work. So now when dispatch pushes a button, the entire county will go off and be warned. Real quick, I've looked into a burning ban in Hickman County. The only reason I say that is because I've fielded several phone calls in my office about the open burning policy that the state of Tennessee has. I think I even spoke with Mr. Mayberry a time or two. It's a long process to do this. Hickman County is the number 3 county in the state right now for drought. I do have EMA on board. They are sending out things on the EMA social media aspect to try to get people to be careful when they're burning, because we don't need no disasters. I will update you with this as we go. This is something that I cannot do overnight. Right now, the state says we're at a level 2/3. I think once it gets to a 5, then I think we can issue those burn bans for the county. Right now, the only one that I know of is the city of Dixon. They do have one, but they have a fire marshal that's full-time, so they're allowed to get away with that. The rest of the counties have to follow the state guidelines. So that's where I'm at on that. That's all I really have for the commission. If I may yield the floor to the county attorney, if that's okay.
Good evening. I just have 2 matters I wanted to mention to the board. One is that the James Beard case is going to be set for trial on September the 24th. And, you know, if the commission has interest in proposing any type of settlement offer to Mr. Beard and his attorneys, we need to do it between now and then. You know, as you from prior briefings know, the general realm in which range in which Beard was requesting, and that really has not changed significantly. So I'm not at a point here where I would recommend settlement, but it is something that, again, it's a case where our insurer, this type of case really does not cover much of the exposure. So if we get an adverse judgment, it will be something that the county will have to pay. And you know, any questions on that? Okay. The other matter, we do need to resolve the Hidden Valley Lake property situation. We came unto 74 lots in connection with the most recent tax sale, which was back in 2022. The options are to deed those back to the Hidden Valley Lake trustees, and in doing that, we would owe none of the homeowners association charges and penalties that they're accumulating. Those amount to about $46,000 on the 74 lots. Option 2 would be to take ownership in a formal sense of those 74 lots and pay the assessments and be voting members of the Hidden Valley Lake Association as a county. The third option would be to essentially put these lots up for sale through some type of public offering, whether it's auction or offering. I'd have to work a little more to come up with the exact way we arrange that, but I'm not asking for a decision this evening, but hopefully between now and maybe next meeting, we can get to a point where we decide which way the commission would like to go on that. So, any questions? Yeah, Ron?
Do those lots have improvements on them? Because there was a state statute somewhere that if it had no improvements, it was just raw land, that we didn't have to pay these
Right. And
HOAs.
You know, I have not done a survey of all the lots, don't even know where they are. But, my assumption is they're unimproved, and we would not owe tax or any of the assessments, in the event we needed them back to Hidden Valley.
But if it doesn't have improvement, the way I interpret that law was, we could keep them and we didn't have to pay the HOA, cause there's no improvements there on it.
No, I think we would need to come to agreement with Hidden Valley Lake and deed them back in order not to, be, exposed to that.
Oh, I'll stay a little bit, thank you.
Yeah, and I've got that statute.
Any other questions for the mayor or the county attorney? Next item is the, committee reports. Planning committee.
Minutes in the packet, I'll take any questions over, several things. Also, first meeting, on land use plan is this Thursday, and, 5 o'clock is what I have. Now, is it correct? I couldn't find any, so hopefully we can get things rolling there.
Solid waste committee.
Solid waste did meet, the minutes are on a separate email that you got, but we have the resolution that we'll be discussing later, so we'll discuss it at that.
Health, safety, and property.
But before I do the health and safety, the property, the meeting that Claude mentioned, pretty important meeting. If anybody can find the time, Thursday, but make it over here at 5 o'clock. That's something all of us gonna have to, the land use plan, we're all gonna have to take part of that. On the health and safety properties, the minutes are in the packet. Everybody remembers the meeting. It's two pieces of business that, I need to take care of. One, last month before, the mayor made, us aware of his plans to promote Pete and not hire, to director and not hire another one. I think we need to, have a vote to confirm Mr. Gibbs as director of emergency management. We had a vote that kept Jim Tanner from being director of emergency management for about 2 years, so I think it's probably part of the job to go ahead and confirm Pete, so I make the motion that, this body confirm Pete Gibbs as the director of emergency management.
I have a motion by Commissioner Clark, second by Commissioner Collins. Any discussion? Commissioner Jordan.
What did you say?
I said we have a motion by Commissioner Clark, a second by Commissioner Collins.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Any discussion?
I thought you said we have a second.
Seeing none, roll call vote.
Steve Janakis.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron McGregor.
Yes.
Ronnie McNair.
Yes.
Carla Moore.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
Steve Sanish.
Yes.
Devin Pickard.
Yes.
Matthew Barfield.
Yes.
Paul Calhoun.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
14 yes.
Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote? 14 yes. Commissioner Collins.
The other piece of business is, the much anticipated closing for Lanita will be Wednesday. For the benefit of the finance director, I move that the body, the legislative body, not the budget committee or the public safety committee, vote to appropriate the $950,000 by the meetings as a body. I don't know if we've done that or not, but that's my motion.
Motion by Commissioner Clark to, approve that sale. Second by Commissioner Jordan. Any discussion on the motion?
Do we not already do that with that, budget amendment, moving that money over? This is for the benefit of the finance director.
We need that.
I think so, because of the contract.
It'd be nice to clean this up. Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Steve Johnson,
Yes.
Dusty Jordan,
Yes.
Ron Mayberry,
Yes.
Wally McMahon,
Yes.
Paul Moore,
Yes.
Ricky Murray,
Yes.
Keith Nash,
Yes.
Devin Pickard,
No.
Matthew Barnhill,
Yes.
Bob Callicott,
Yes.
Clay Chester, Danny Clark,
Yes.
Todd Collins,
Yes.
Wayne Thomason,
Yes.
13 yes, 1 no.
Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote? 13 yes, 1 no, the motion is approved. Commissioner Clark,
That concludes the business.
any questions for the Health, Safety, and Properties Committee? Finance Committee?
We did meet, Minister, in the packet, you got a correction this afternoon. The first packet did not include the June financial statement, which we did not meet on June, but approved in July, so I'd like to make a motion to approve the June and July financial summary.
Have a motion to approve June and July's financial summaries. Second by Commissioner McNair. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Steve Johnson,
Yes.
Dusty Jordan,
Yes.
Ron Mayberry,
Yes.
Wally McMahon,
Yes.
Paul Moore,
Yes.
Ricky Murray,
Yes.
Keith Nash,
Yes.
Devin Pickard,
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill,
Yes.
Bob Callicott,
Yes.
Clay Chester,
Yes.
Danny Clark,
Yes.
Todd Collins,
Yes.
Wayne Thomason,
Yes.
14 yes.
14 yes. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote? 14 yes, the motion is approved. Anything else, Commissioner Jordan?
No. Okay, any questions, we have it answered.
Budget Committee?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We met, minutes from the August 12th budget meeting are in the packet. We have 8 budget amendments to review, and I'll get right into those. 2503 in the amount of $1,290. This is for, the judge salary adjustment, the AOC adjustment. I make a motion to approve this budget amendment.
Have a motion to approve 2503 by Commissioner Giannakis, second by Commissioner Moore. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Steve Johnson,
Yes.
Dusty Jordan,
Yes.
Ron Mayberry,
Yes.
Wally McMahon,
Yes.
Paul Moore,
Yes.
Ricky Murray,
Yes.
Keith Nash,
Yes.
Devin Pickard,
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill,
Yes.
Bob Callicott,
Yes.
Clay Chester,
Yes.
Danny Clark,
Yes.
Todd Collins,
Yes.
Wayne Thomason,
Yes.
14 yes.
14 yes. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote? 14 yes, the measure is approved. Commissioner Giannakis?
Next budget amendment is 2504 in the amount of $8,027. This is an EMA line adjustments. I'll make a motion to approve this budget amendment.
Have a motion to approve, budget amendment 2504. By Commissioner Giannakis, second by Commissioner Jordan. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Steve Johnson,
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
What is Dusty?
Yes.
Okay.
budget amendment is 2505. This is an amount of $1,500. This is a salary adjustment to pay for CTAS. I make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve 2505 by Commissioner Giannakis, second by Commissioner Jordan. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Steve Jennings.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Nagary.
Yes.
Wally McNair.
Yes.
Carl Moore.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Fisher.
Yes.
Matthew Garfield.
Yes.
Bob Callicott.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson. 14 yes.
14 yes. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote? Yes, budget amendment is approved. Commissioner Giannakis.
Next budget amendment is 2507 in the amount of $6,000. This is for solid waste. This is to purchase a skid steer broom. That was approved in the solid waste meeting, and the minutes for that were in your packet. I make a motion.
Have a motion to approve by 2507 by Commissioner Giannakis, second by Commissioner Barnhill. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Steve Jennings.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Nagary.
Yes.
Wally McNair.
Yes.
Carl Moore.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Fisher.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Bob Callicott.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
14 yes.
14 yes. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote? 14 yes. The budget amendment is approved. Commissioner Giannakis.
Budget amendment 2508 in the amount of $20,000. This is partial loan carryover. Make a motion to approve this budget amendment.
Have a motion to approve 2508 by Commissioner Giannakis, second by Commissioner Barnhill. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Steve Jennings.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Nagary.
Yes.
Wally McNair.
Yes.
Carl Moore.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Fisher.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Bob Callicott.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yep.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
14 yes.
14 yes. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote? 14 yes. The budget amendment is approved. Commissioner Giannakis.
2509, budget amendment in the amount of $24,240. This is a reclass of some payroll for the highway department. I make a motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve 2509 by Commissioner Giannakis, second by Commissioner Jordan. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Steve Jennings.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Nagary.
Yes.
Wally McNair.
Yes.
Carl Moore.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Fisher.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Bob Callicott.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
Wayne Thompson.
Yes.
14 yes.
14 yes. Any commissioner wish to change his or her vote? Budget amendment 2509 is approved. Commissioner Giannakis.
Budget amendment 2510 in the amount of $1,702,759.76. This is a school innovative, school model grant, and this was approved by the school board. Make a motion to approve this budget.
Have a motion to approve by Commissioner Giannakis. Is there a second? Commissioner Jordan. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Steve Jennings.
Yes.
Dusty Jordan.
Yes.
Ron Nagary.
Yes.
Wally McNair.
Yes.
Carl Moore.
Yes.
Ricky Murray.
Yes.
Keith Nash.
Yes.
Devin Fisher.
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill.
Yes.
Bob Callicott.
Yes.
Clay Chester.
Yes.
Danny Clark.
Yes.
Todd Collins.
Yes.
14 yes. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote? Budget Amendment 2510 is approved. Commissioner Gianakis.
Last budget amendment here, 2511, in the amount of $143,145.90. This is for the school mobile bus. It's just, classifying it, so make a motion to approve.
A motion to approve budget amendment 2511 by Commissioner Gianakis, second by Commissioner Barnhill. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Steve Walker,
Yes.
Justin Jordan,
Yes.
Ron Mayberry,
Yes.
Wally McNair,
Yes.
Carl Moore,
Yes.
Ricky Murray,
Yes.
Steve Nash,
Yes.
Dennis Hickman,
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill,
Yes.
Ron Callipop,
Yes.
Clay Chester,
Yes.
Jamie Clark,
Yes.
Wayne Thompson,
Yes.
Ty Collins,
Yes.
14 yes.
14 yes. Does any commissioner wish to change his or her vote? 14 yes, the budget amendment is approved.
That's it.
Health Foundation. Ag Extension Committee.
Ag Extension did not meet, but they'll be meeting in December.
Public Records Committee.
No need to meet.
Economic Community Development. Board of Zoning Appeals.
We had a meeting, but I'm not sure if the minute made it in the packet, or I haven't received a packet. I'm not
Any
sure.
questions for BZA? Industrial Board. Opioid Settlement.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a few quick takeaways. The minutes are in the packet. Just a few things that are really interesting this week, because the deadline for this program, or to apply for funding, is on the 31st of this month. And here's where we are, up to now. To review, there's $400,000 available. As of today, 8 applications have been received, and those applications are coming in close to $300,000. So I'm actually we're pleased with that. So for all you organizations who are out there still working on your applications, keep working on them, bring them in. Again, last day to get them in is this Saturday, 31st. We're doing a great job with the using of these funds. We really want to make sure these activities and these programs are in the field and the money is not left in the bank. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Opioid Settlement Committee? Animal Control, Animal Shelter Committee, excuse me.
I just gave my spiel with the mayor's, so.
Are there any other committees of board forms? The chair would entertain a motion for these minutes to be entered into our minutes. Motion by Commissioner Gianakis, second by Commissioner Clark. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Next item is the update of our meeting calendar. Is there any committee that's not gonna meet in September?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
point out that the third or the second is the calendar.
Yeah, and I guess what I wanna try to do, Commissioner Thomason, is if everybody says we're gonna meet, then I'll get with Ms. Phelan tomorrow, and we'll massage this thing so that we recognize that Labor Day is in there, and we're gonna kind of move some stuff around. But I just gonna check to see if anybody was not gonna meet. So we'll update that and get that out to everybody tomorrow.
Okay.
And again, the nominating committee will be meeting, in September. So I think September 3rd is gonna be a relatively busy day, but I think that we have no problem doing that. Is there any unfinished business? New business, resolution 2419 is a resolution amending resolution 1707 which deals with, solid waste regulations. Sponsors are Commissioner McNair and Commissioner Clark. Do either of you speak to this?
Yes, I would, definitely like. So this resolution follows on with our meeting notes from July. We had to get the wording together and everything on the resolution. So this basically is, changing some fees that are charged for solid waste. Commissioner Jordan had, solid waste director, Jordan had told us that we had about $170,000 budget shortfall going into the year. Of course, nobody wants to, look at having to raise solid waste fee at this point. So he looked at ways that we can increase revenue, and if we implement the changes on this resolution, it would generate between $45,000 and $65,000 in revenue, leaving the shortfall on the budget of somewhere around $35,000 to $50,000. The only change this resolution that wasn't in our minute notes was section 6. We did have for class 1 to be $60 per ton, but Perry County came back and said that if we raise it to $60 a ton for them, they had other options they could pursue. So it was felt that better off not to lose them than what we're doing that we did. So the recommendation was to increase everybody to $55.33 for that. So I can generally ask the questions you have, but I think Jordan's here. He's a lot more the expertise on it. We might recognize that him folks have questions on this, or I can answer them hopefully.
Commissioner Clark, any questions? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Steve Janakis?
Yes.
Justin Jordan?
Yes.
Ron Mayberry?
Yes.
Wiley McNair?
Yes.
Carl Moore?
Yes.
Richard Murray?
Yes.
Keith Max?
Yes.
David Pickard?
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill?
Yes.
Bob Calcott?
Yes.
Clay Chester?
Yes.
Dan Clark?
Yes.
Todd Collins?
Yes.
Wayne Thomas?
Yes.
14 yes.
14 yes, if any commissioner wishes to change his or her vote. 14 yes, resolution 2419 is approved. Resolution 2420 is regarding a name change for county roads in Hickman County, Tennessee. Sponsors are myself and Commissioner Giannakis. This is in our district. This is we're not changing the name of the whole road. It's just a little cut through road that has been affected, and it's gonna be changed to Pulpwood. So this is not, general forest is still there, but it's just a little cut through road. It was causing a problem with UPS, FedEx, and Amazon deliveries. The regular mail had a trouble. Commissioner Giannakis. Any discussion on the resolution? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Steve Janakis?
Yes.
Justin Jordan?
Yes.
Ron Mayberry?
Yes.
Wiley McNair?
Yes.
Carl Moore?
Yes.
Richard Murray?
Yes.
Keith Max? David Pickard?
Yes.
Matthew Barnhill?
Yes.
Bob Calcott?
Yes.
Clay Chester?
Yes.
Dan Clark?
Yes.
Todd Collins?
Yes.
Wayne Thomas?
Yes.
14 yes.
14 yes, if any commissioner wishes to change his or her vote. 14 yes, 2420 is adopted. Are there any announcements that need to be made? If not, we need some signatures from Commissioner Giannakis, Commissioner Clark, Commissioner McNair. Commissioner Jordan.
Well, I do have an announcement. Congressman Mark Green will be at Homestead, this Friday, from noon to 1:30, for anybody that wants to have something. It's not a campaign stop, he's our representative.
Commissioner Collins.
I would like to make a statement before we leave here tonight and the world blows up. I am a very firm believer in democracy, way of life here that we have. Rules that are put into place for us to elect officials. The decision that I made here tonight did not come lightly. But it came from a large group of people in my district that made that statement. Before you leave here tonight and start calling me Comrade Collins like I've called Dave Blunt, the last message was sent to me to remind me that's what I would be called if this happened. I made a vote tonight based off of the request of the people in District 2, just like each and every one of you here do. So, to look at it any other way than I was representing the wishes of District 2 is not the way to look at this. I understand exactly the way you voted, but I was elected by people who took the time to call me, come see me, email me, to message me, and text me since August the 7th. This was like getting ready for a waterboarding session. I shouldn't say that because I've never had it happen, but I've read it this evening because I knew the two issues that were there. Those that feel like the right of the voter was being taken away, but a large majority of those did not live in District 2. That is the decision that I made tonight, and I want everybody to understand that. This did not come lightly, and that's the way I feel about this. So, Dan, I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Chair to entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Commissioner Unitas, second by Commissioner Gordon, please come up here and sign these documents.